Good afternoon, and on behalf of our CPA Conference Committee Visions 2020, I'd like to welcome you. So why don't you start, Danae, by telling us a little bit about yourself.
So my name's Danae Sanchez. I'm the Vice President of Business Development for CapGrow Partners. I've been working for CapGrow for over 5 years now, and happily based in Chicago. That's where our headquarters is as well, and live in life quarantine style in Chicago.
Oh, that's great. So tell us a little bit about the company.
So at CapGrow, we've been supporting individuals with developmental disabilities and behavioral health, those providers that provide them services. We've been working with those providers for over 15 years. We support providers across the state of Pennsylvania and across the country. And currently we have over 825 homes in 38 different states. So we have a pretty vast spread across the country.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
That sounds great. When you think about the services you provide, what would you tell us about some of your specialties?
So it's really important to us that we work with organizations. Everyone's different, so we want to make sure that we identify what their most important needs are in terms of housing. So there's a number of ways in which we can be helpful and a number of different types of services we provide, but I think just with everything going on with the pandemic, I specifically want to share that we think it's really important providers take a look at real estate that they may potentially own right now and have owned for years, and see if they considered selling, what kind of impact that may have on their organization if they're able to put some of that money back into their company that they had previously invested in real estate. So how we can be helpful with that is we can come in and buy some or all of the real estate that they may already own, lease that back to them, and then that allows them to free up that money, and the tenants don't have to move. The services are still being provided in the home as they are now. They can stay in their forever homes, and it's just a different way to potentially look at funneling cash back into the organization, especially just with the uncertainty right now.
It sounds like it has a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
We live in a very different world in 2020 than we did 6 months ago. So how has the COVID-19 crisis impacted your way of doing business?
So, you know, one thing specifically that we've changed, we came up with a creative solution to accommodate no contact, no entry protocols in homes that we're going to buy. That way we're able to ensure that the staff members and the tenants with disabilities are able to stay safe.
Wow. Yeah. So what's your perspective on doing this work virtually then?
Well, as a salesperson, it's been tough. You know, I was a road warrior. It's been tough to not travel. And I think it's just so important. There's so much value in face-to-face interactions and networking. And I think that's probably been the biggest part that I've missed. And it's been really hard to wrap my head around is, you know, one thing's virtual, but it's so much, it's not the same at all. Yeah, absolutely.
So what creative and innovative ways are you helping clients through this process?
So kind of outside of just what we do in services for real estate, we've always been seen as a behavioral health or IDD industry expert, as evidenced by our very successful monthly blog that we send out. We have a deal reader where we send out and track active mergers and acquisitions going on across the country, which is becoming very important, again, with the pandemic. And we have actually our own IDD Executive Summit, which is a conference that we created. So to add to that, and what we're really excited about is we launched a video series where we have discussions with some thought leaders in the behavioral health space, and we discuss topics that may more often than not be discussed behind closed doors. So trying to just open up discussion for people to hear, you know, stuff that they're not normally hearing on a day-to-day basis.
Wow. This sounds like it's really exciting what you're doing. So on behalf of our CPA conference, Visions 2020, we would like to thank you for everything that you're doing personally with CapGrow. And we'd like to thank CapGrow for the support, the continued support that you give to the conference. It really does help offset the cost of people attending the conference. And we're really looking forward to seeing what you have for us in Exhibit Hall.
Absolutely. Yes. And I appreciate it. Thank you for letting us be a part of it.
Thanks. Have a great evening.
Thanks. You too.